한 다음에 so our discussion coverage is chapter 32 through 38 when you reach me. So there were two questions about why Miranda said Emery's dad might have given the rose to her. And then the racism in the 1970s. So somebody left a rose at the doormat of Emery's house, and both girls want it to be both girls have a crush on Colin. So Emery is hoping that it would be Colin, and Miranda is hoping that it shouldn't be Colin. So Miranda mentioned that to Emery. Hey, Emery, the person who left the rose at the doormat might be your dad. And then she has a hidden intentions because she really, she has a crush on Colin. But after saying that, Miranda starts regretting because that remark was born out of jealousy and envy towards Emery. Emery has many things that Miranda doesn't have. She has a wonderful house, she has a loving dad, and she's very artistic. So she is very jealous, and Miranda is having a lot of issues with self-worth and self-identity. So she's struggling a lot with her self-esteem. So she starts regretting her action, and on her way to her house, she spots the laughing man, and she gives a sandwich to the guy. So these two behaviors, they show different sides of this girl Miranda. So when she said the evil thing, the mean thing to Emery, she is very jealous, and then she's kind of mean. But when she gave the sandwich to the laughing man, she's very compassionate. She's very sympathetic. She is doing a nice thing to a person who's ignored by everyone else. So I like how this character was described. This character was not described in a flat way, but the author is showing like complex and many different dimensions of the character. That's why I liked how the character was described. So she probably did the good thing to balance out the negative behavior that she just showed. Okay, and so Jimmy starts, being suspicious of the three kids, and at first he thinks that one of the three kids, Colin, Anne-Marie, and Miranda, stole the $2 bills from Jimmy's bank. But then the three kids came back to Jimmy and wrote a letter of apology, and then they explained to Jimmy, please trust us. We didn't steal your money. And then Jimmy starts believing them, and Jimmy says, it must be Julia. It must be Julia. And then the three kids start saying that, no, Jimmy, it can't be Julia. Julia is really rich. Has no reason to steal your money. But then he says, no, you cannot deny thing, thing, thing. Deny thing, thing, thing. Well, what did he say, everybody? Blood. Yeah, one cannot deny the blood. And he was referring to her race, the fact that she is black. So the novel is set in the time 1978. That's almost like 50 years ago. So it's kind of understandable that some people held a lot of prejudices and biases against colored people back then. So the question, is it, do we have to take the circumstances into consideration when we are judging the morality of the person Jimmy? Well, I don't think so, because prejudice, whether today or whether in the 1978 or whether in the 19th century, shouldn't be condoned, shouldn't be excused, because it hurts the other person. It hurts the pride of the other person, even if it's a little child. So the author is asking us to always, critically examine our attitudes when dealing with other people. We have no right to undermine another person's identity and pride. Okay? Let's practice all together just one time. Okay? Alright. 다 같이 연습 한번 할게요. 1번하고 2번 합쳐가지고 하는 겁니다. Keep your ears plugged and let's practice all at the same time. 한 개만 해도 되긴데요. 그쵸? 좋아요. Ready, set, start. Oh, so both girls have a crush on Colin, so Miranda doesn't want the rose to be from Colin, and Emery is hoping that it should be Colin that left the rose at the doormat. So Miranda said it must be your dad who left the rose, so she has hidden intentions in the words. because she doesn't want Colin to like Anne-Marie. So after saying that, Miranda starts regretting what she has just said, and she wants to balance out the negative behavior that she has shown by doing something good to the laughing man. I like how the character was described in such a complex way, and then the author showed many different dimensions to the character. Okay. 윤우 제일 먼저 손 들었어. 오케이. 윤우 하는 동안 자기 할 거 하세요, 여러분. 알겠죠? 연습하셔도 되고요. Okay. Let's hear from 김윤우 and other people practice silently. 이거 45초 못 채우면요, 골드코인 깎여요. 이제 조금, 그리고 너무 똑같은 거 말하거나 느리게 말하거나 너무 stutter 이렇게 막 더듬 그러면은 안 되니까 잘 연습하셔야 돼요. Unit talk, everyone practice. Ready, set, start.
Both Miranda and Anne-Marie has a crush on Colin. So, Anne-Marie had a crush on Colin, so she wanted to believe that Colin left the rose for her. However, Miranda also had the crush for Colin, so she didn't want to believe that Colin was the person who left the rose. So she said that Anne-Marie's dad will be the person who left the rose. About saying this, she was in jealousy and she felt guilt. So, because she felt guilt, she did a good thing to the laughing man by giving him a sandwich. So, in order to banish her guilt.
Oh, okay. So they are in a competitive relationship over Colin. So they are rivals in the love triangle. She did that out of jealousy, so she felt a lot of guilt. That's why she did a good thing to the laughing man. Okay, Eunice. All right. Okay, let's hear from her. Eunice talk. Everyone practice at the same time silently. Ready, set, start.
And Miranda told Anne-Marie that her dad left the rose for her just because they both have a crush on Colin. And Miranda feels guilty about this act, so she gives a sandwich to the laughing man. She thought this was because she thought telling that her dad left the rose for Anne-Marie was very mean for her. This shows that Miranda is a kind girl, but she just put out mean words because of only of jealousy. And in racism in the 1970s were a lot harder than today's, but still in the 1970s, racism was a bad act for Jimmy to do for young girls.
Oh, okay. So both of them have a crush, and Miranda started regretting her words and action because she was not being honest with her best friend. She was not being truthful. That's how she started feeling guilty. And even considering racism, Jimmy shouldn't have done that. Okay, Yeon. All right. So we're gonna hear from Yeon이. Yeon talk, everyone practice. Ready, set, start.
Miranda says that Anne-Marie's dad left the rose because she was crushed on Colin, and Anne-Marie was too. So Miranda felt so jealous, so she just spit out some mean words to Anne-Marie, but she felt guilty so much, so she had a good action, which was giving a sandwich to the laughing man who was homeless. And also in 1970s, racism was almost allowed, and also the law didn't block the racism. So I think Jimmy cannot be embraced. However, Jimmy cannot be embraced by choosing Julia because Julia is the same person as him.
Oh, okay. So that words and that action were born out of jealousy and envy, and that's why Miranda started feeling very bad. So she really wanted to make up for the bad behavior by doing a good deed to the homeless guy. And racism was very harsh and severe at the time, but anything that denies equal treatment of other humans shouldn't be done in any time setting. Oh, yes, Jay. We're gonna hear from Jay. Okay, Jay talk. And everyone practice. Ready, set, start.
Miranda liked Colin, but also Anne-Marie liked Colin. So Miranda suddenly wanted Colin for herself, so she said a thing that was not confirmed by his words, but she was very uh, she wanted to apologize to Anna Mary, but without that she gave the sandwich to the laughing man. And also in chapter 38, the discrimination has disappeared after Lincoln, but there are some people who still have bias about black people, but peoples are all the same people, so discriminating others is also same as discriminating ourselves.
Oh, okay. Both of them like the same boy, and that by saying, "Oh, your dad might have left a rose," and Miranda was acting very kind, but then she had that, the mean intentions inside, and she really wanted to like apologize to Amory, but she couldn't say that, because she was embarrassed, and that's why she sort of did a good thing to the laughing man after Lincoln. Slavery was legally over, but then people's discriminatory attitudes still persisted to the 1970s. But it shouldn't be pardoned. It shouldn't be excused. Okay, thank you. Yes, 다 끝났어? 그럼 여기 제출에다 내시고 숙제하고 계시면 돼요. Okay, we're gonna hear from Chin Yeso. Alright, Yeso talk. Everyone practice. Ready, set, start.
In 2000 in his store because Julia is black and he thinks black people is very not moral. And one time ago in the US there was racial discrimination. So I think many people still have that thinking on their mind. White people thought black people are disgusting and they ignore and play harmful to them. I think this decision was very wrong.
Oh, okay. Julie even didn't visit the store that much. She just like came by one time, but then he starts doubting Julia all of a sudden. And then because she's black, she would be a thief. You are passing a judgment not on one individual, but on an entire group. He's putting a label on an entire group. That's very wrong. So you can judge a person based on that individual's past behavior and history, but then you can pass the judgment on an entire group of people. That's called a prejudice. Okay. Oh yes, Rio, we're gonna hear from Rio, and everybody practice. Ready, set, start.
I can see Mira wanted to do something seemingly for a homeless and a lonely person. So Mira makes a suggestion of the rose because she was speculating, I think, the origin of the rose. And for question number 2, in the U.S. in 1970s, the racism was a part of daily life. The white people thought the black blood was something awkward and kind of dirty. So I think Jimmy accused Julia for stealing his bank and for his facial identity being the African American.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so legally slavery was abolished. But the social atmosphere was full of racism and discrimination at that time. And then he shows that attitude of people who thought whites are supreme, they're better than the black people. So it's very regrettable people have that attitude, and that it was part of the daily life. Okay, very nice. Next person. Oh, then we're gonna pick. Oh, 지환이 할 거야? 좋았어. 지환이 talk and everyone practice. 지환, ready, set, start. 다시 할까? 처음부터 할까? Okay, ready, set, start.
She gives the sandwich to the document because of the kind mind. Like when we saw the 4 men with the children, we think are lining it up so we can help the people. And second question, at that time we had a think of different of the white and black, but I think it is not important because that is the people's bad thing about the black and white. And so I think we need to solve the
Oh, okay. So Miranda, when she saw the laughing man, he's a homeless guy, so he's a lot poorer than Miranda. So she's willing to help those people who are lower than herself. So she shows kindness to them. But Anne-Marie is a lot richer and wealthier. She's better off. So, if you feel a lot of jealousy and then if you feel like your pride is hurt when you see people who are better off than you, I think that person can be called a coward. So when you can maintain your self-esteem and self-worth no matter what you see, and then if you have the courage not to compare yourself to others, then I think that's true self-worth. Who's gonna go next? Okay, Dojin, I'm gonna hear from Dojin. Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Dojin talk and everyone practice. Ready, set, start.
I think Miranda said that Anne-Marie's dad might have left the rose for her because she was afraid and kind of jealous of Anne-Marie. And I guess Miranda was jealous of Anne-Marie because Anne-Marie and Colin are in such a good relationship. And she was also afraid because she thought that maybe Colin doesn't care for her and only cares for Anne-Marie. And because of her actions, she wanted to apologize. So she did a good deed by giving her leftover foods to the laughing man.
Oh, okay, so they're in a competitive relationship, like in a love triangle. They're rivals over Colin. And Emery is beating Miranda in every aspect. She's richer, she's prettier, and then she has more talents in like drawing and stuff. But even with guys, Emery is even more popular. So Miranda was very afraid because she felt like her self-worth was reduced. But after that, she started regretting. She wanted to say sorry, but she couldn't say that to Anne-Marie because it was so embarrassing. So she did the good deed to the laughing man to make up for her bad behavior. Okay, thank you. Alright, 좋아요. 거기 제줄에다 내시면 돼요. 사탕을 조금 이렇게 왼쪽으로 치우고 그렇지 맞아. 거기 제줄에다가 그렇지. 고마워요. 오케이. 감사합니다. 그러면은 이게 조금 이제 뽑아야 될 것 같은데 자 뽑도록 할게요. 펜슬 샤프너 저기 복도에 그 위에 있어요. 자 그러면은 서원이도 한번 해야 되고 강민이도 한번 해야 되고 그리고 도훈이도 한번 해야 되고 준수도 한번 해야 되고 그쵸? 그러면은 여기 이제 순서대로 한번 뽑을게요. 융이도 해야 돼. 맞아. 융이도 해야 되고 여러분 좋아요. 설정 완료. 출점하기. 서원이부터 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다. 서원. 선이 ready, set, start.
Miranda feels that we're so being so guilty and saying bad things to Anne-Marie, so she decides to do a funny thing, which was giving a sandwich to a laughing man. Jimmy suspects Julia for stealing his money, because in 1978, racism was still common and many people judged by their appearance, not their. So because Julia was black, Julia suspected Julia was stealing his money.
Oh, yeah. So Miranda felt bad for saying something, mean to Amory. But after that, she started regretting it. It shows that Miranda has the ability to reflect on herself. So that shows a lot of possibility of improvement in her character. Also, back in the 1970s, people were judged by their appearance, what's on the outside, and people didn't care to look inside the person's mind. So it was very regrettable and unfortunate. Thank you, Sawon. Very good. 좋아요. 자, 그러면은 그 다음 사람 뽑도록 할게요. 계속 추천. Oh, we're gonna hear from 도훈이. Alright. 도훈이. 도훈이. Ready, set, start.
Miranda and Emily both had a crush on Colin, but so Miranda got jealous, so she said that it could be her dad who put the role. So from here I knew that she is easily jealous, and after Miranda gave the Laughing Man the sandwich, I knew that she is kind. So I learned that she is kind and easily jealous, and Jimmy said that Julia stole the money because she was black.
여기까지만 일단 들을게요. Yeah, so Miranda was mean when she said that to Emery, but when she gave the sandwich to the Laughing Man, she's a very kind girl. So I guess everybody has complexity inside and nobody is 100%. But if a person is able to regret her action and then reflect her behavior, that person has a lot of chance for improving. Okay, thank you. And then the next person, 계속 추천. Oh, Juzu. We're gonna hear from Juzu. Alright, Juzu, ready, set, start.
Miranda suggested Annabelle Bell left the rose because Miranda loves Colin. If Colin left the rose, that means Colin loves Annabelle. She didn't want it to lose love from Colin. However, she regrets this because Annabelle, this was out of Annabelle's expression that Colin might let the rose.
Oh.
And to regret that, she gave sandwich to let the man.
Oh, okay.
Because that responsibility.
Oh, yeah, she was at least responsible and she was at least regretting her behavior. 그 다음에 강민이하고 융이 좋아요. 여러분 죄송합니다. 요거 2명만 딱 듣고 선생님이 바로 끝내드릴게요. 강민이 ready, set, start.
Julie thinks Julia is the thief because she's black. The era had racial discrimination, but however, I think his behavior is wrong regardless the era because he is just thinking that the skin color can give make some person a criminal. And his attitude also not to find the real thief, and just concluding Julia as a thief is also the bad behavior Jimmy has.
Oh, okay. So regardless of the time setting and era, discriminatory actions or words are wrong because Jimmy believes that skin color defines a person. We can never be defined by our physical appearances. Everybody is unique and different, and we have an entire universe in ourselves. So that's why we need to be respected. Okay. 자, 마지막에요. 융이 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다. 융이 ready, set, start.
So I think Miranda must have told Annemarie that Annemarie might have left the rose for Annemarie because Miranda and Annemarie both like Colin, and if Colin had left the rose for Annemarie, that means that Colin likes Annemarie, but Miranda didn't like that. And for the second question, I think that Julia must have told
his money because Julia was black and it was the 20th century
음,
which when racial discrimination was acted very much.
음.
So Jimmy has a bit of problem with it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so both of them have a crush, and that's why they do not want the. She doesn't want the rose to be from Colin. 아, 오케이, 감사합니다. 좋아요. 그러면 여러분, 여기 이름 적혀 있는 사람 빼고는 소설 떨어지 넣고 집에 가시면 돼요. 오케이. 다. 일로 보여주세요. 네.
그럼 소설이냐고
그렇지. 여보야, 이거 지금 제가 채점해드릴 시간이 없어. 선생님 다음 시간에 채점해서 돌려드릴게요. 이게 윤우야? 네. 오, 좋아요. 윤우.
아직 가는 건 아닌데 이거
괜찮아.
집어넣고
이렇게 지워드릴게요. 네. 그리고 윤우 촬영책 요약 좀 보여주세요. 윤우. 뭐 빨리 하세요. 이거 말하기? 말하기 할게. 말하기 할게요. 일로 오시고. 네, 말하지마. Let's see. We're gonna do the presentation for philosophy. Let's see you. Okay. Ready? So let's start.
I agree with Socrates' life without questions is not a life. It is because the question is one of the most important things in your life. We are like persons in a cave which see the illuminations of a material in a fire. So in order to get out of the cave and see the true form of the material, we have to ask questions frequently to other people. In example, Socrates asked to Euthydemus that being deceitful is immoral, and then Euthydemus said yes, but in the case when your friend tried to kill himself and you steal his knife, then you will be deceitful, but it is a moral act. So in this case, we can know the true form of this discussion.
Okay, so we human beings are like prisoners locked inside a cave, and then because our five senses, our vision and our sense of hearing, they're not perfect, they're not reliable completely, so the knowledge that we have can never be perfect. Even the sources of knowledge, like news, like a book, all like the professors and scholars, none of them is like 100% right. So to get the real knowledge, and then to become really knowledgeable, we really need to have the ability to constantly question ourselves and question the sources of knowledge. That way, we can critically examine our knowledge whether it's right or wrong. 잘 가. 윤우이가 철학 발표 이거 없어졌고, 그리고 이것도 철학책 요약. 그렇지. 요거 형광펜하고 요약하고, 그러고 가야지. 리오 철학 발표, 리오 철학 종이, 리오 리디 요 하고 가야 돼. 그렇지. 좋아요.
이건 안 보고 하는 거죠.
그렇지. 이거 조금 더 써야 돼. 근데.
좀 쓰긴 했는데
이게 너무 조금이야. 이거는 반은 여기 한 4분의 3 정도 채워야 돼. 그렇지. 뒤쪽이 책이구나. 그렇지. 여기에서 있는 거를 조금 이제 조금 더 이용해도 될 것 같은데, 그렇지? 맞아요. 요약을 너무 잘했으니까. 그렇습니다. 철학 발표 도훈이, 도진이, 미호, 개념 시험 도진이, 도훈이는 이거 통과했고, 철학 종이, 리오, 철학책 요약, 유는, 리스닝, 리오, 리딩, 도훈이, 리오. 요거 이렇게 다 하면 갈 수 있습니다. 편집하면 요거.
그 뭐지
음.
그 이거 있잖아요.
어.
그 여기 제출한 거 맞죠?
맞아요. 아이 어머니 안녕하세요. 스누쌤이에요. 예예예예예. 예예. 예예예. 예예. 네네. 음. 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 어. 아. 어. 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 네네네. 어. 어. 예. 예. 예예. 아. 네네네. 음. 예예. 음. 아, 그랬군요. 아, 그런가 보다. 아. 음. 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 아. 아, 그렇군요. 그러면은 이제 그 막 새벽 4시까지 쓰고 막 되게 엄청 열심히 쓴 거니까. 예. 아. 예예. 오. 아, 그렇군요. 그러면은 제가 그 부분은 충분히 이해가 됐고, 그냥 뭐 다음에만 그냥, 네. 음. 아, 네네. 예. 예예예. 예예예. 맞아요. 네네. 예. 네네. 아, 네네. 네네, 알겠습니다. 그러면 다음에는 그냥 이렇게 그 러하게 이렇게 딱 써주면은 그런 거 제가 해주고 이번도 제가 어떤 부분을 조금 이렇게 뭐, 예, 음, 오, 예, 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 예. 예, 그럼 그 부분은 제가 충분히 이해했습니다. 그, 아니요. 어, 예, 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 예. 오, 그치, 그치. 음, 예, 음, 음. 아, 그렇군요. 맞아요, 맞아요. 음, 음, 음. 아, 이게 조금 나이가 어리니까 좀 이게 이런 것들이 딱 세트를 하기가 한 6개월 정도 걸리더라고요. 그래서 이게 예, 예, 음, 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 음. 아, 그렇죠. 지금은 뭐 완벽하라고 그렇게 뭐 프레셔를 주지는 않고 그냥 이렇게 가랑비에 그 옷깃 젖듯이 그렇게 좀 하라고 예, 예, 예. 그러면 지금은 일단 뭐 리딩 잡는 게 우선이니까 그 부분만 좀 제가 좀 잡고 나머지는 그냥 뭐 이런 게 있어 이 정도로 소개만 시켜주도록 할게요. 아닙니다. 아유, 네네. 그렇군요. 예, 예, 예. 알겠습니다, 어머니. 아니에요. 네, 예, 제가 인커리지 하면서 격려하면서 하겠습니다, 어머니. 예, 어머니, 감사합니다. 네.
그 선생님 저 엄마가 말했는데 저 다음 주 월요일에 와가지고
그치.
네
맞아, 월요일.
그러면
월요일에, 그러면은, 그치, 다음 주 월요일에 오는 거지. 화목이 아니라, 그치. 이번 주만 화목이고. 그래서 월요일은 오고 수요일은 설날이라서 안
네.
오고. 맞아. 가자. 도진이 이제 발표할까?
한 번 더.
하루만 더? 그래. 다 했어. 우와, 봐봐요. 이야, 이렇게 열심히 해서 대박, 이렇게 대단하게. 와, 너무 잘했네. 이거 책도 도착했어요? 곧 도착할 거야? 오, 좋아요. 윤우 선생님이 지워줄게요. 윤우 이제 가셔도 됩니다. 너무 열심히 했으니까. 좋아요. 드디어 탔다. 잘 가요. 조심히 가요.
What is airborne in clean?
일본 공기 중에 떠다니는 거야. 아주 열심히 하네. 이야.
Can I maybe have like few glances at the page while I'm talking?
그래
I
그래 그래.
couldn't really.
그래. 이리 와서 하세요. 오케이. Ready, set, start.
I don't agree with Socrates because life can't be only questioning. even though questioning can earn you knowledge can't be always fulfilling. And also, you cannot learn knowledge without questioning like your natural instincts. And with natural instincts, you can also know that you can also learn knowledge by seeing and feeling and tasting and smelling. So I think questioning isn't the most questioning isn't the most essential thing in life.
Okay, very good. So you disagree with Socrates. Socrates argued as if questioning is the only thing that matters to gain knowledge. But as you said, because before we are humans, we are animals, so we have the natural instinct and all the senses that help us feel and then absorb what is around us. And if we have that too much of a critical attitude and a questioning attitude to maybe the people around us, we won't be able to have a good relationship with others. But if we like have the attitude like to accept the things and then embrace the things that people around us, then we can learn from anything, from the nature and people around us. Okay, thank you, Rosie. 감사합니다. Oreo, atmospheric does. Let me see. 오, 너무 잘했는데. 그 위로 원하는 가져가고, 그리고 요거만 한번 붙여볼게요. 네, 클릭. 좋아요. 도진 이제 가자.
아 이거
개념시험. 아, 근데 지금 엄마 오셔서 가야 될 것 같아. 오셨어요? 오시네.
안 오신다고.
아니, 그럼 어떻게 가, 도진이?
전 원래 버스
아, 그래요? 그래요? 그러면은 그거 한 몇 분 정도 걸려요? 한 5분 걸려요?
네
그래. 그럼
조금만
그거보다-
더 보다가
그래.
이거는 끝내고 하는 게 나을 것 같아요.
그래, 그러자. 맞아요. 엄청 책임감 있네. 아주 멋집니다. 좋아요. 그리고 위로도 이거 지워주고. 위로도 이거 지워주고. 오, 이거 고쳤어. 감사합니다. 그러면은, 오, 맞아요. 이거 이제 수지가 막 잿더미 같은 거잖아. 근데 fire resistant는 fire를 이기는 material이니까 잿더미하고 조금 다르지, 그치? 좋아요. 감사합니다. 우리 여러분, 5분만 하던 거 하다가 가자. 왜냐면은, 막 엄마들께 10시 반에 끝난다고 했기 때문에, 그래도 너무 늦게 끝나면 걱정하시거든. 그래서 5분만 딱 하고 가자. 이렇게.
하는 것 같은데 집에 가서 이거 시험지 한번 돌보고 해봤는데
일단은 여러분, 일단은 가야 되거든. 그러니까 셋 다 일단 챙겨서 가고 저 선생님이 기록해놓을 테니까 다음 시간까지 해오세요. 근데 무슨 너무 오래 나오면 안 돼요. 10시간 끝난다고 했기 때문에.